to talk to you about the Moon Tarot card. The Moon is a card for mystery, fantasies and illusion, but it's also a very creative card. This is a card for your creativity, and it often shows up when your creativity is at peak. And the Moon in astrology often represents, your emotions, your emotional well-being. So when this card is showing up in your reading, then the people you're around and what you're doing as well needs to kind of be aligned with your nature, or you might start feeling very off. You might not feel right around people. This card is also about your fears as well. It's what is hidden in the dark, and it represents your subconscious, what you are afraid of deep down. And it's often, if you could actually see what it was and see the true nature of it, then that fear would go away. So what you're afraid of is never really what you're afraid of. There's always something a bit deeper, and the Moon represents sort of the depth of your psyche. So when this card is showing up, you could investigate your own patterns, how you respond emotionally. Investigate what you're afraid of. What are you really afraid of? And maybe, basically this card means that what you're afraid of is basically just an illusion, and if you knew the truth, then you wouldn't have any fears. But because, the real treasure is to find out that, you're loved, that you are always going to be loved, you're always going to be part of something bigger than yourself that is eternal. So you're eternal as well. When that truth is really sinking in, then this card actually then merges into the Sun card. But this is sort of the card for finding out just how safe you are, physically and psychically as well. This card represents your creativity. So when you're investigating what you are afraid of through art, when you're writing stories, when you are daydreaming about things, when you have vivid fantasies and dreams, and what you're actually doing psychologically is, you're trying to figure out, the true nature of things and your reality. When this card is showing up, then often there are real treasures in your life that you just can't see, and it's often because of your fears. So this card shows up to tell you that you don't have to be afraid. It also shows up when you're feeling a bit vulnerable, especially, go back to your childhood. What was it that happened then that makes you feel vulnerable now? Do some investigation into your past as well. In numerology, this is 9, and 9 in numerology is always about, your past in some way. So, your subconscious was shaped in childhood, and a lot of the things that you're afraid of was, you learned to be afraid of that because you watched other people be afraid. So this card is actually encouraging you to see the truth. This card is also about the way you feel abandoned. So in relationships, for example, there is some love available to you, but you might be afraid of letting go completely and letting your emotions flow properly. You might be holding back a little bit, trying to protect yourself. So that wall is always up, and you're always trying to figure out the other person, and maybe you're even spying a little bit on the other person to find out how safe you are in the relationship. You always want to know a lot more than maybe what you feel is available to you when the Moon card is showing up. So this is a card for mysteries and being a bit of a detective. But this card can also be a warning that maybe you're taking things a little bit too far as well. The best thing you can do now is to really focus on your creativity and your psychic development. So this card, if someone is triggering you and annoying you, then it is probably because you're being a bit emotional around that person due to something completely unrelated to the person. So other people will kind of make it really obvious to you what you need to work on and where you need to heal as well. So people will sort of push those buttons a lot. When it's reversed, then this card becomes all about completely blocking the subconscious and the psychic. It's like not having any mysteries left. So it's like a void there. And it's all about just logic, what you can see, feel, touch, like physically touch. Nothing is about your emotions anymore. It's just about thoughts and reality. It's almost like the seeker has completely forgotten about the mystery world, the hidden world. This can be due to medication, or it can just be that they're just too afraid to even look into what's lurking in the subconscious and what mysteries are out there. they've kind of lost that sense of wonder for whatever reason. And it makes a reality very sort of it's almost like the reality becomes scary in the sense that, is this really all that there is? So when this card is showing up, the seeker is kind of feeling that, what is the point? You know, if this is the only thing that's available, where am I to grow? Where am I to explore? What is really available to me? So it's almost like the seeker is not even curious to find out anymore for whatever reasons. It's something that happens psychologically then to the seeker. And it's often due to a fear. So it could be that they had some kind of expansion in their mind that they felt was going to take them, you know, into sort of a really unknown territory. Maybe they felt like they were going to be, you know, pulled into some kind of madness, and they just shut everything down instead because of fear. And this card, when it shows up reversed, or if it's upright and it's around cards that are very dramatic, like the Tower, for example, or other cards that you just get a sense that the moon now is, the seeker is kind of being pulled into some kind of madness, in the sense that their reality is too much for them. Their mind has expanded too much, and they're not really able to comprehend what they used to believe and what they now are seeing and experiencing, how it all fits together. This can happen, you know, when people take mind-altering drugs, or when they're just pushing themselves too much to have psychic developments or personal developments, and they're pushing themselves too far without being gentle to themselves. So this card is a reminder to whatever path you're on, you know, whatever mystery you're solving, whatever psychic development you're doing or personal development, that you're taking it slow and gently. Or you could be expanding at a rate that could harm you. So with the moon, there's always a mystery going on. The seeker is always curious. The seeker is trying to figure out people, situations, events. They want to find out what is the real truth. They're often drawn to writing, painting, you know, anything artistic, making music, listening to music. But they're often also drawn into experimenting, sometimes with drugs, or experimenting into realities that could be harmful to them. So just be aware when the moon is showing up that you have some healthy boundaries, so that doesn't happen to you. And if it does happen to you, and it has maybe happened to some people already, that you ground yourself back again, and you connect to the creator of all that is the most grounding energy you can be in. That will bring you back in your body again. And you can also do an exercise where you can zip yourself up, energetically zip yourself up, so that your energy field is strong as well. And if you have any questions about the moon, feel free to either go to my website, Tarot Wikipedia. You can go to the moon and write in the comment box, or you can contact me, or you can write in the comment box on this video, and I will answer all of your questions about the moon. Bye!